Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the...
Thank you, Larry. We... Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Back to throw. And he will find his man. That's Hogan complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Taco Charlton in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receiver. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Back to throw here. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
Markevius Mingo looks like he should be an excellent outside linebacker in the NFL, but he's never quite found his footing in the league. A former first-round pick in Cleveland, didn't really reach the heights that they expected. Spent a year in New England where he won a Super Bowl playing mainly special teams. And now in 2017 with the Indianapolis Colts, hoping to fulfill that promise he showed while he was at LSU and become a blitzing linebacker who can get to the quarterback.
Now back to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week. It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. They'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll look to throw now on first down. Shedding through the defense. And some room to roam now. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Taco Charlton in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On second down, there's the option going left. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a little bit of an exhale after that one for the head coach. That looked like a mishit maybe of some sort, but he managed to get it over the bar.
I almost wonder if someone got a finger on it, because it was a pretty atypical kick from a guy of his caliber.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction. and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 6-3, that's our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 up near midfield. Now a give. It's Michael looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. To throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
second and just 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone. A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll set up a throw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And now here come the Cowboys. And tough starting field position here. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They'll look to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First down carry by Elliott. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Play action. They'll throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go! 319!
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you.
Here we go!
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Encroachment defense.
So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually third down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go.
Back to throw again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
So second and goal here from the 9. And his throw here is incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
319.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And shedding through the tackle. Oh, leaves him behind. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. A good pick up there of 20 yards. To throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Green 39! Green 39!
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. On second down, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage, as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. So we come upon halftime. 6-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both the Colts and the Cowboys are having some trouble moving the ball through the air. The yardage totals are low, and that's helped play into what was a low-scoring first half. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, completion will be made here to a wide-open man. And this play will go for 6. Cowboys going up by 6. Colts on offense early in the first. Defense will get to the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 5. Now later on the drive, Heath's going to take down the QB here. This will go as a loss of 5. Cowboys have it late in the second. Defense will get to the QB here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. And with that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to Lucas Oil Stadium for the start of the second half.
This will be taken short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go! Blue line!
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. And some space here. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 43 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
First and goal here from the 2.
All right, here we go.
They'll try to run it in, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are in for 6.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down.
Let's go. 3-19.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Out of the gun now on third down. And an alley to run. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The give is to Elliott, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And the Colts getting ready to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
2nd and 5, and on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go to Michael again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Colts on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Dances by him. And avoids the contact by sliding. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
And again, it's Turbin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Turbin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go.
They go to Elliott again. Elliott a first down and more. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers, or the third level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. This one brought in by Gathers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On first down, they go option to the right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on a quarterback.
A give to Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On third down, Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a lot. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And the Colts are in for the touchdown. Now the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught on the right side. Williams. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Cowboys. Terrence Williams. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point try by Bailey. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On the run, it's Robert Turbin. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. The Colts send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. The gun. They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Let's go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. To throw now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 3rd and short.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Looking to throw. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They start on the ground here with Turbin. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, spinning away. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They run with Turbin. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run again here with Turbin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Daniels has it left side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Here we go now.
They'll run here with Turnbull. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They're all through now, by the way, in the Meadowlands. And that one goes the way of the Saints. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do